Welcome back to school, all students. Parents, this video is just for you. Can we talk? This is probably the most exciting time of year, getting the kids back to school, but also very stressful and nerve-wracking for many people. So let's talk about some tips. As a therapist, here are the 5 tips that I found to be the most helpful for parents who are sending their kids to school. It doesn't matter what age, this can be helpful across the board. Tip number one, get ready, get a pen, get a paper, share this video because this is going to be helpful. Tip number 1. Set the tone with calm energy. I know it sounds super cliche, but it really does help. How you act in the home, the children will follow. Children look to their parents to see how they should deal with this specific situation. Yes, children will have outbursts, they will have tantrums, they will complain, they will cry. It will happen. But when you stay calm, when you stay mindful, when you stay in the moment, it helps regulate them. Children look to us for guidance. So if you're able to create a calm, peaceful environment, do whatever you have to do. You know your lifestyle. You know what works for you. If that means waking up 20 minutes earlier or 30 minutes earlier and setting up the house before they wake up, then that's what you do. If it means when they go to sleep the night before, you prep the home so it'll be more calmer in the morning, then that's what you do. You have to know what works for you in order to create an environment where everybody can be calmer, especially in the morning. Organization is key. Don't wait for the morning to start organizing the house because that's something that can cause a lot of stress for you in a very, very, very busy time. So being mindful about what's happening internally will set the tone. Children need the guidance from us. Tip number 2, create a consistent routine. Children thrive on routine. In order for them to know what's happening next, we need to discuss it with them and they have to be aware. For some children, a visual aid like drawing a picture or writing down what's expected of them in the morning and pasting it on the fridge, for them to look at the fridge, for them to have a checkbox where they can take accountability for their actions. Routine is very important, but don't wait for the morning or don't wait for the time of stress to set up the routine. This is something that has to be discussed and done beforehand so children are ready and prepared. Routine could look like when we wake up in the morning. What time do we wake up? Where do we go when we wake up? How do we brush our teeth? Where is the toothbrush? Where's the toothpaste? Where's the face towel? All those even minor pointers can be crucial in a time of stress in the morning, especially if you have a couple of children running around in the house and you're trying to get yourself ready for the day. Even something like that can definitely make a big deal in the morning. So we want to help our children become as independent as possible during this time period. Of course, it varies on age group, but the more independent they can be during this time can be helpful for you as the parent and also can build their confidence that they're able to care for themselves. Things like where they can get their clothing from, which outfit matches together, where's their bag, where can they get the snack from, and how do they fill up their water bottle. Basic things like this can be very helpful. Obviously, this is for older children, but even for younger children, getting them ready ahead of time can definitely help with establishing structure and routine. Tip number 3, validate your children's emotions. Children will come home with big feelings about their day. Somebody bothered me. Somebody took away my toy. My teacher hates me. I don't like my class. They might complain, and sometimes they might be sad, and in some cases they might be very happy, which is all valid. We want to create a safe space for our children to be able to talk to us about what's going on in their lives. Don't try to correct them. Don't try to tell them what your thoughts are at that moment. Just create a space of checking in. Check in with them and allow a space for them to talk about what actually happened. Reassure your children that it's okay to have nervous feelings. All beginnings can be difficult sometimes, and therefore, if they are feeling nervous or even a bit anxious, that's okay. Through time, we can work it out and figure out a way how to make it more comfortable and a system that would work for them. Tip number 4 is foster independence. The children are now a year older. That means they will have more responsibilities. And with responsibilities, they may have more privileges. Therefore, this is a conversation of letting them know, hey, you're going to have to do a little bit more things around the house or even for yourself, but that will also mean you'll get some more privileges. Letting them know that growing up and doing more independent work will also give them a privilege at the end of the day, which is a nice reward to have. Therefore, that transition period can be a little bit difficult. You want to help them through the process. We can't expect them to know even the smallest details. We kind of want to be there with them in that moment and see what are the challenges that are coming up and how can we help you through them. In every situation that's new, there might be a certain barrier. So as parents, we need to recognize that and level with them. It's understandable that you might have a lot going on in your life and your plate might be full and you might be stressed out and exhausted from work. But it's very important to recognize that our children need us. They need you there in order for them to function well in school and feel confident and feel like they're good and they're in a secure place and they feel safe and they feel like they can make their needs known. It will all depend on you. So the pressure is officially on. Tip number 5 is focus on connection and not perfection. Prepare for things not to go the right way from the beginning. It's going to take some time for the system to get into place. Whether it's how their teacher is going to respond to them, whether how they're going to acclimate within the classroom, building friends, making sure the bus picks them up at the right time and even at the right spot. Like, so many things need to work out. Allow time for things to work out. It takes some time. Take a deep breath. Understand that things will eventually fall in place, and sometimes it takes time. If you're seeing that things are not working out well, make your needs known. As a parent, you are the number one advocate for your child. If something doesn't seem right, if something is off, pick up the phone, call the school, make that connection. Sometimes teachers and even principals don't see everything. So as a parent, if your child is reporting something to you, please, I urge you, pick up the phone and call the school. If the school is telling you to leave a message and they'll get back to you and they don't, guess what? Call them again. Remember, you are the best person to take care of your child, and you are the eyes and ears of what's happening in this child's life. Remember, a teacher has so many other students that they need to look out for. This is your child, so as a parent, it's your responsibility to make that call if something doesn't feel right. This is the hardest job out there, but it's also the best job out there. So parents, stay strong. We got this. Good luck, and welcome back to school to all the students.